tell you something. I'm going to tell you something, Marc Bernardin. You ain't beholden to this audience. If you want to go take a whiz at any time during this show, you just say tinkle tinkle and you go climb your beanstalk, which sounds sexier, exactly as sexy as I meant it. And then you go take your whiz, man. Mark is just talking about having to rock a jug by the side of his chair like my father did in most of the 70s and 80s, even though the bathroom was one short walk away, to take a leak in, man. And I'm like, just like, go. Don't worry. Like, not in front of us. Not like, stand up, whip it out, fucking show us your hog and piss, God damn it. But feel free to go to the bathroom, because last I heard, man, this is a free show.
But see, what I want to do though is, if I have the jug under my desk, see if people can spot when I'm taking the leak. It's like,
watching it eerily, like Mark's being awfully quiet during this Battlestar Galactica conversation.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Welcome, kids, to Fat Man Beyond. I'm Kevin Smith.
I am Marc Bernardin.
Hey!
We're a little pre-cruise giddy, I think.
Oh, yeah, man. Fucking it's Sunday night, kids. And the America Union is still standing strong. I say still standing, at least.
Yeah. I think the Republic as we know it is taking a leak under the desk. Is what's happening.
Strange.
Or taking a shit behind the desk, from what I can gather on the news.
Strange days, kids. That's why it's more important than ever to focus on what really matters. Pop culture, man. Let us distract you from the horrible news while we talk about the good news and some sad news, because some people died this week. And just some fun shit, man. Just a few hours away from your day. I just want to spit in your face. Just a little spittle, as the Baron said in Dune. But what we want to spit in your face is pop culture and fun and good times. I'm Kevin Smith.
I am Marc Bernardin, and your skin is like music to me, Baron.
Oh, my beautiful Baron. Speaking of beautiful Baron, we got Banff Man in the house with us as well. Banff Man is here on a Sunday night.
Banff.
Look at that.
Here we are.
Here he is, kids. Last time we did this, man, we were at the telethon, the fucking 5-hour feat that JC did from Scum and Villainy, man, as he announced Scum and Villainy Rendezvous. How did it go? And is it officially open for business? Like, can people now?
Went very well. We are creeping up on 400K, which is pretty cool, in reservations. The paperwork...
And we're still in reservation mode?
We're still in reservation. The paperwork should have been filed, but it's going to happen, I think, this week on Tuesday. So very soon. Very, very soon. But you can still get in on early bird. Get yourself one of those sweet early bird t-shirts. Once you put a reservation in, you'll get a link where you can find those, and it's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool. We've got a good thing going.
Kids, this Scum and Villainy Rendezvous, it's going to be the place you got to get to before you leave this best of all possible worlds, which, based on headlines, could be any minute now. But if the world makes it through another day, man, JC gets to build this fucking geek nirvana, this geek mecca, this nerd mecca. Oh, this will be the place to visit, man. Like, as much as the Scum and Villainy Cantina has been an absolute godsend for those of us who are fans of the culture that pops. Rendezvous, Scum and Villainy Rendezvous.
We were just talking before this about plans for Doomsday that we can't share yet, but
we already got them. We're already building our plans for fucking Doomsday. Kids, I'm so excited about Scum and Villainy Rendezvous. I'm going to have me a Mexican Coke, man.
Ooh.
They put sugar into. Look at this shit. Don't I look like the 70s? Ready?
Do, 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 do.
Now, I don't drink alcohol, and this isn't a commercial, so I'll hide the brand. You don't know what I'm drinking. You don't know. Just random pop, kids.
It's a Mexican coca.
But I don't fuck with booze and shit, but I fuck with a Mexican Coke out of a glass bottle the same way like my parents used to fuck with, like, my mom every once in a blue moon would be like, I'll have a pink squirrel. And yeah, my dad would mix up a fucking frou-frou drink for him and shit. So the way, like, some people, like, you know, not like hardcore brandy enthusiasts, but every once in a while they're like, I'm gonna have a brandy.
I'm gonna have some port. And after dinner cordial.
That's how I treat this shit. And you can have, I saw a video once online where they were like, you know, one a day, one a week, one a month. And this was in the one a week category.
All right. Well, time moves differently for some people.
I'll tell you though, it has the same effect on me that liquor has on others. So you're going to see me get progressively sugar drunk throughout the evening because they put real sugar in that shit. None of this high fructose corn syrup shit that ruined America.
Pass the Courvoisier.
Created by, well, not created by, but endorsed by a man named Earl Butts. One point he decided America shall never go hungry. And so he was the first guy to subsidize corn growing in this country. So we'll figure out shit what to do with it. And they figured out how to make fucking sugar out of it. High fructose corn syrup. Man named Earl Butts, man. And corn is in literally everything that we fucking eat out of a convenience store. There was a documentary, King Corn. The kids went in there and like fucking had their DNA pulled or whatever the fuck. And they found out they were like 2% corn. Their whole life. Earl Butts.
Wasn't it like a post-war thing? Wasn't it like a how do we keep farmers going during the war? And it was, all right, we'll buy a lot of corn. What do we do with all this corn we bought? Earl Butts is like, hold on to your butts. I got a thing for you.
Same shit happened later on with cheese, man. When the government was like, all right, we'll start buying all this cheese. What are we going to do with it? And that was the free government cheese of our childhood.
Isn't that also responsible for Doritos? Where they were like, we have all of this fucking cheese. What do we do with it? Atomize it and blast it onto chips.
Isn't that crazy, man? And it's just sad to think those days are over.
Yeah.
The government not buying any food for us anymore, Mark. There's no free cheese coming anybody's way anytime soon, I assure you.
Oh, I don't know. It seems like that guy who runs the Department of Health wouldn't mind atomizing some cheese and blasting it some.
May not want that cheese. It's coming from that fucking unpasteurized milk that's getting farms closed and shit. Got cow colostrum in them.
Listen, I used to snort coke off of toilet seats, which means I'm the perfect man to run a health department.
Meanwhile, Mr. Vegan over here is watching people freak out about fucking unpasteurized milk, and I'm just like, I got an easy fix for you. Just don't be drinking any animal milk at all. What are you, baby? A baby animal? That's the only one who should be drinking cow milk is a baby cow, you little baby.
Listen, I love nipples. So if milk is happening, I'm going to be like fucking that kid on Game of Thrones who's breastfeeding at like 15 years old. Just unpasteurize that shit right into my face, neck, and chest.
I forgot about that. Another disturbing aspect of the show. Well, I thought I buried, but apparently it's back now. Now I can't get out of my head.
I want to see somebody fall through the door, mother.
Let me tell you, kids, it's good times to be talking about nothing important right now. And we have so many unimportant things to talk to you about. But before we do that, naturally, we got to shout out our sponsor. One or two sponsors this evening?
We got a pair.
Pair of sponsors, kids. Let's see who they are. It's going to be a surprise to me.
Well, do you want me to start? You can see if you can catch along.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me.
All right. Hey, man. You know, when did buying glasses become so complicated and overpriced? You know, like I went the other day to the optometrist and I'm like, yo.
Oh my God, do we have a Warby Parker ad?
Look what you did. You jump right to the end.
What? How did we get so classy? What happened?
Well, we did like 3 podcasts in a row, and they're like, these guys are regular. Let's get them like getting this good.
Kids, today's episode is sponsored in part by the good folks at Warby Parker, man. This is legit. Like, they're in the real world. You can go to a mall and see a Warby Parker or whatever. Like, that's crazy. Warby Parker gives you quality and better looking prescription eyewear at a fraction of the going price, man. Our listeners get 15% off plus free shipping when they buy 2 or more pair of prescription glasses at warbyparker.com/fatman, all in caps. That's 15% off when you buy 2 pair of glasses at Warby, WARBY Parker.com/fatman. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell our new friends, returning friends at Warby Parker that we sent you. Can you tell I'm impressed?
It's very cool.
Coming up in the world, kids. Warby Parker helps you see everything differently. Just like now, I'm seeing our show differently, man, through the eyes of Warby Parker. I'm like, we are worthy and shit. What do? Oh, you know the good folks at Warby Parker, man. They make you see.
Make you see better.
More quite like Jesus, they heal the sightless. He did that. You know what I'm saying? And if I remember my Bible correctly, it involved him spitting in some mud and rubbing it on somebody's eyes. Warby Parker's like, we don't even go that far.
No.
Let me tell you how we do it at Warby Parker, man. I'm looking to see how they do
it. Surprise ad read. Oh, how do we do it at Warby Parker? Well,
for every pair they sell, they also give a pair to someone in need, man. Come on. They're like saints. They're the Batman of eyewear. Warby Parker, therefore, has distributed over 20 million pair of glasses to people in need through its Buy a Pair, Give a Pair program, man. Warby Parker is covered by major eye insurance plans. They make it incredibly easy to use. Just enter your information to see if you're eligible for benefits on frames, contacts, or eye exams. If you are, they automatically apply them just to you, man. They make, when it comes to quality for the price, Warby Parker is the best. Honestly, it doesn't even come close. You used to have to choose between flimsy, outdated styles or spending half your paycheck, man. Not anymore. No, man, you're not under the thumb of big glasses anymore, kids. Big glasses kicking sand in your face and whatnot when they're not using that sand to make the glasses that you see through. Oh, no. Warby Parker has freed us, ladies and gentlemen. They've changed it. Their prescription glasses start at $95. So you can actually get quality and stylish frames at an affordable price. Take it away, Mark.
And they just don't offer incredible prescription glasses. They have everything you need for happier eyes. Contacts, online eye exams, and sunglasses. All in one place, which makes everything so much easier. And they got like 300 rental stores across the U.S. in case you like an in-person option, if you ever want it. But why would you? I mean, you can do like virtual glass trying honors on warbyparker.com.
You ain't got to go anywhere no more. Fuck them all.
Man. No, man. I mean, you point your camera and boom, you can see a ton of frames on your face in real time. How's this going to look? Warby Parker got you.
But they also have over 300 retail stores across the U.S. So you can have that in-person experience if you want it, man. Oh, my God. Warby Parker does it all.
They do. And, you know, I'm going to be completely candid. These are not Warby Parkers because I ordered them and they're on their way to me now. I haven't gotten them yet. So I'm on my old janky. I went to an eye place, an eye store, and bought some new lenses for my face. Nope. Warby Parker's coming. It's going to make me look awesome.
Kids, support Peter's cousin, warbyparker.com, man. Warby Parker gives you the quality, better looking prescription eyewear at a fraction of the going price. Our listeners get 15% off plus free shipping when you buy 2 or more pair of prescription glasses at warbyparker.com/fatman. All caps. Don't forget to use that part at the end. That's 15% off when you buy 2 pair of glasses at WARBY What is it good for?
Absolutely glasses.
.com/ WARBY Parker.com/Fatman. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them Fat Man Beyond sent you. We thank the good folks at Warby Parker for jumping onto this fucking sinking ship.
Ooh.
Will Wilkins is like, hey, you're making my job harder. Can't sell ads if you're going to call it a fucking sinking ship. We thank the good folks at Warby Parker for, seeing us the way people see real podcasts.
I know. It's crazy. Next, we'll be selling cars.
Oh, could you imagine?
Be great.
What about some of that sweet sneaker money? You know what I read? Super Bowl is the Superb Owl happened last week. And apparently during the Super Bowl, we know they're famous for the commercials and shit. Not a lot of car commercials this year. And generally every year, car commercials like crazy.
Yeah, a lot of AI commercials that, doesn't do any good for your average person or the environment or the culture. Lots of crypto commercials, which seems to be plummeting like a rock in a lake, but no car ads.
Can't sell your car if nobody's got the money to buy a car, man.
No. Maybe the worst movie ad I've ever seen.
Which one?
Mandalorian and Grogu had like the worst teaser.
The one that had
Sam Elliott?
Sam Elliott voicing it?
Yeah. Like, some things
Dude about. Yeah, but I was happy to see the Tom-Toms though.
Sure. I guess they're like space Clydesdales.
You're not excited for the Mandalorian and Grogu?
That commercial did the exact opposite of its intent. Granted, I am sort of in the bag, but like I am now only 35% looking forward to this movie now. I was at like an even 60 before. Now they've lost 25% of my enthusiasm because of bullshit would-be Budweiser Clydesdale ads.
Again, they're not a sponsor and shit, but this just shows you the power of advertising, particularly if you grew up when me and Mark grew up. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony.
I think the raga.
I'd like to buy the world a Coke. This is whenever I drink out of this bottle, I have to go profile and do this because that's what they did in commercials.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes it look like it tastes better. Like profile sells it.
It's fucking effective marketing, man, because a bottle of Coke, the look of it, the feel of it, glass bottle in my hand, the taste, just brings me right back to a happy childhood right there.
Tastes like nostalgia.
Coke is it, as they told us when we were kids.
I mean, the 80s were a hell of a time, and Coke was a hell of a drug.
It's the way it should be, because I'd like to see the whole world smiling with me. Coca-Cola adds life. Have a Coke and a
smile.
And yet, ironically, it rotted so many smiles.
Dentists love it. 10 out of 10 dentists.
4 out of 5 dentists disagree. It's the Don Draper approach to selling shit. It's toasted.
Yep.
We are nostalgia tripping, as Star-Lord 7 said in chat. It is a nostalgia trip. Because what else we got left, kids? They took our future away.
Pretty much.
We gotta go hide in the past. The present's bleak as fuck, and the future looks dark. So let's go hide in the past, man.
Speaking of hiding in the past, dude, I was out with my daughter the other day, just driving around Simi Valley like a nomad, and I found a Mr. Softy truck.
I saw this in your socials where you're like, oh,
it like this bolt of enthusiasm and warmth and love for all things in the world hit me out of the blue. I pulled a fucking like Dukes of Hazzard U-turn, just skidding tires to turn back around, buy myself a fucking soft serve vanilla ice cream cone. It was everything I wanted it to be. They were playing the fucking music like a little bit warped. Like it seems like whatever fucking 8-track cassette they have in there was a little bit left out in the sun for too long. But
Someone's either gonna get killed in a saw room or get an ice cream. Mr.
Listen.
Softy, man. Obviously I can't have it no more as a vegan and shit, but there's a store here in town, Bestie's Vegan Paradise. It's like a vegan, like bodega grocery store kind of thing, like a vegan quick stop, if you will. And they do soft serve ice cream made of oat milk that tastes like very close to Mr. Softy soft serve.
Yeah. Whatever you got.
What'd you get on? Get Jimmy's or sprinkles?
I went fucking as vanilla as possible. There's no kinks on my ice cream. I just went fucking give me that vanilla, man. Just give me that China white. I don't want to fuck with nothing else.
Total ebony and ivory moment. It was fucking it was Paul McCartney and fucking Stevie Wonder ice cream time, man. I generally go for chocolate and or a twist. I'm a black and white guy. I like my ice cream like I like my world, Mark, integrated. So
just up next to each other, but not
it's just wrapped all around. Like this. Banff, man, you got thoughts on ice cream? Welcome to the ice cream show, kids. Me, Kevin Smith, Marc Bernardin, and Banff, man, talking ice cream.
No, you mentioned though vegan quick stop. I was gonna say, did you guys know that there's a place in Burbank called the Horror Bodega that's like a 7-Eleven, but it's all horror movie stuff?
No.
Isn't that wild?
It's pretty cool. It edible shit or just t-shirts and whatnot?
No, both. It's like a quick stop, but for food, drink, and tchotchke stuff.
What's it called again?
Horror Bodega.
I'm looking at it.
I couldn't get in because they didn't open till like 11 a.m. and I was there at like 9. But how cool. What a cool concept. Like, you know what people would like instead of a Mexican Coke? Like a Texas Chainsaw Coke.
Fucking A, man. Like, bloody eyeball snacks, like, a gummy fish and shit like that, but they look like eyeballs. And whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also, I think it's in North Hollywood, a coffee shop called Horror Vibes Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
That just, again, like, what if you like coffee, but also horror? What if we just named a bunch of coffee drinks horror things? Sure.
I'm there. I'm all for a gimmick.
Done. Appeal to my basis instincts.
Kids, me and Mark are heading off on the high seas next week as Jay and Silent Bob's Cruise Askew sets sail from Tampa and heads over to Mexico. There it is. I saw it pop up for a second there. Yeah, look at that.
Damn.
Look at that artwork. Good times to be had on the high seas. A lot of you in chat are going. A lot of people were like, I can only watch the show for a second because I got to pack because I'm heading out soon. I fly out Tuesday. We set sail on Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Same. Tuesday.
Happiest cruise that ever sailed, kids. Never mind that fucking small world bullshit. It's big world. Jay and Silent Bob's Cruise Askew. If you want to join us, if you're going like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm ready to chuck it. I need a vacay. It ain't too late. Join us on the high seas. We're going to have a good ass time. After that, I got some shit on the land.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming to the Bay Area, kids, going to Northern California, NorCal. I'll be at Cobb's Comedy Club, man. I think the 27th and the 28th for 4 shows. Tickets at csmod.com or the Cobb's Comedy Club website. Then I'm going to Sacramento, as they used to say on Arrested Development. One of the shows already sold out, and then we added an afternoon show. I think I'm doing a comic book store signing while I'm up there as well. Tickets at csmod.com. And then if you're like, oh man, is all that West Coast bullshit? Well, East Coast. You think I'd leave you out? March 8th, I'm going to be at Smodcastle Cinemas for 2 shows. One is Trailer Park. We're going to do it again. We haven't done it in like 2 years, where we just show nonstop fucking movie trailers from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's a good time, man. Steven curates it for us. It's going to be great. And then after that, we're doing a second presentation of Silent Bob's Saturday morning cartoon night, which we did last time I was in town. It was so fucking fun, Mark, to sit around and watch old cartoons with people. Like normally, like we grew up watching those cartoons like by ourselves after school and stuff.
Yep.
So wild to be in a movie theater, which is where most of them began their lives. Hearing like over 100 people fucking laughing, at shit you could sing along to, like What's Opera Doc and stuff. So good times to be had there, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets at csmod.com. You got anything you want to hawk before we walk? Because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity because we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing. They know who's inside.
It's like that, because that's the way it is. No, I got nothing to sell, man. I got nothing to sell. I might have stuff to sell later, and they're going to announce some stuff a bit later. A little bit comic goodness, comic booky shenanigans, which will be cool.
Nothing to sell?
I know.
What kind of creature are you?
Who are you? What is your problem, sir?
Next week, while we're at sea, there's a comic thing for retailers. What's it called?
Oh, Comics Pro.
Comics Pro is happening next week.
Yes.
At Comics Pro, there's going to be an announcement made. A very exciting announcement.
Are you going to beam in from the ship?
I don't know if we've got enough Wi-Fi. But the company is announcing it whether I'm there or not. And it'll be a very fun, cool announcement.
Yeah. I mean, I know what it is, and it's pretty fucking cool.
It ain't the big one. They ain't announced that for a while. It's a cool one.
I mean, they're all cool ones.
Yeah. So far, I got some cool stuff coming up because they announced DC like stealth announced fucking Bizarro Year None that me and Eric Carrasco are doing with Nick Pitara. Oh my God, his art is fucking astounding. But yeah, I got a lot of comic stuff coming out this year, kids. All right. Shall we dive into it?
We can do some shit. Did you see the Spider Noir trailer?
Yes. Fucking look, I'm a big Nick Cage fan. Always have been, always will be. He can buy as many dinosaur skulls as he wants. His money, as far as I'm concerned. This guy swings for the fences every time. Swing away, Meryl. Just like fucking Joaquin in Signs. He's like, just didn't make sense not to swing.
Yeah.
This guy forever fucking swings for the fences. One of my favorite performers on the planet because only he will interpret a line the way he interprets it. Nobody else ever can give you a Nick Cage reading, but Nick Cage, man. So, whether it's from Valley Girl, where he first stole my heart, all the way up to this trailer where I'm like, God damn it, man. Somebody had the brilliance to be like, well, he seemed to have a good time in the Spider-Man movie. It made a lot of money. Fucking do it as a show. Fuck if this show doesn't look enjoyable as fuck. Presenting it like, the Mist style, black and white and color.
Yeah.
Ingenious. So you could go full noir or fucking, whatever the opposite of noir is.
Yeah. From what I heard, the color was a late breaking addition to how the show was going to work. And it required them to kind of shut down for a little bit because they had to suddenly find clothes that looked good in both black and white and color. Because like black and white values are different from color values. Like I remember seeing some behind the scenes in Psycho, and people are wearing like oranges and greens and reds and whatever, because in black and white, they give you different gray tones. And I'm sure they were doing the same thing on Noir. And there's, wait, we're going to do this in color? Fuck, all right, we need brown clothes. We need black clothes. They can't be wearing fucking day glow pink. They got to be wearing like shit that looks good. And I do sort of wish they had stuck to their guns and just making it black and white. But fuck it. We get a Spider Noir show starring Nicolas Cage, going the full Cage.
Looks so damn good. There's shots of him swinging. But the look of the show is just, very Sin City, in as much as they're doing a specific look, and it absolutely fucking works. It's crazy, man. This is like a wish. Like somebody had a wish, like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if they did that? What is it? Amazon's on Prime?
Yeah. Yeah.
Only somebody with a crazy amount of money would be like, okay, let's do it. And I think they're going to be rewarded. I think the risk reward factor is huge. And I think it's going to be talked about. Like, and I'm happy for him. Like, some people take shots at him because he works a lot. And
Yes.
we know that he fucking's got tax bills to pay off and shit. But I honestly feel like that dude just likes doing it. Like, he's like, I'm put on this earth to act. What the fuck else am I going to do? So
Yeah.
it's nice when, sometimes you gotta fucking head up a hill. Most times in this business, it's all uphill and shit. And it looked like he'd been going uphill for a minute. So I'm happy to see him catch a nice downhill fucking run where this looks like it's gonna be fun. Is a meeting of an original approach to material with one of the most original actors on the planet. So I thought the trailer was wonderful. I'm not even into like film noir and that gumshoe shit, but like they got me. They sold me. It was one of my favorite aspects of Into the Spider-Verse. I was unfamiliar with that take on the character.
Did you ever see that there was some supplemental bonus material from Into the Spider-Verse, and it was the directors talking about working with Nick Cage, and they were trying to give him notes in the voiceover booth. They're trying to get him there. And it's like, hey, could you just be a little bit more? I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but we just need you to be a little bit more. It's like, oh, you want the full Cage? Yes, Mr. Cage, we want the full Cage. That's all you have to say. And then that's what you got in the movie. He's given the fucking full Cage now. It is like Vampire's Kiss, Nicolas Cage going to work.
Always. Every time, man. Every time he swings for the fucking fences.
Am I right that this is his first TV show? For a long time, he was only ever in movies.
Yeah, it would. I would think so. If this counts as a TV show, like, does it?
Yeah. I mean, because I remember, at the LA Times
show,
we had done an interview with him, and he was like, listen, I get offers for TV shows all the time and have for like 20 years. I'm a movie actor. He was offered The Sopranos. Like, they came to him first. And it's like, sorry, man, I just make movies. And it almost didn't matter what kind of movie he made, but he only made movies. But
we live in a wonderful world where you could get yourself fucking, how many episodes are doing? 8?
I don't even know the runtime, but I'm sure it's not 22. It's 8.
8 helpings a cage, man.
Yeah.
Lock yourself up in that cage 8 times in a row or whatever, how many episodes are doing in a row. Looks like it's good times, man. He seems like the kind of dude that would actually wear the mask and do the stuff.
As much as he could.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't like, I'll voice it over later on. He's like, no, I'll do it.
God bless. One of our great fucking actors.
Poisonous Plants 15 in chat said Nick Cage is also doing the new season of True Detective, which is fan-fucking-tastic. What a great combination, potentially, of actor to material, man.
I never fucked that much with True Detective.
First season is brilliant.
Yeah, I never fucked with it. I didn't fuck with it until Night Country.
With Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
That was a good season too, but the first season is like with Woody and fucking all right.
Pound of hay.
Green lights. Yeah, it's good.
Maybe I'll watch it on the plane on my way to Tampa.
All right, so we saw that. Was there any other fucking trailers that dropped this week?
Not that I noticed.
Can't tell if I look thin or fat.
You look flush, man. You look healthy. You look like a Tuscadero.
Healthy means heavy in my world. When somebody's like, you look healthy, that always meant like, you look heavy. That's all I hear.
You have the rosy cheeks. It's like you're a fucking turn of the century prostitute who's just pricking your thumbs and rubbing the blood on your cheeks to look alive.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Fancy a ride in the alleyway? I fucking, speaking of which, I was watching Time After Time last night.
Really?
Yeah, man. For those that don't know the movie, the Malcolm McDowell classic with Mary Steenburgen, David Warner,
Oh,
as
so great.
H.G. Wells literally invents a time machine that Jack the Ripper escapes into the future within, and H.G.
1978.
Wells has to chase him to 1979. It's still, that movie holds the fuck up, man. And it's a very inventive flick. But one of the opening scenes is, the hooker with Jack the Ripper point of view shot. Like, you never see Jack the Ripper, but you hear him and he sure sounds like David Warner.
Yep.
And you're with the prostitute, and it's kind of neck up and shit. But when I, my whole life I've been seeing that movie when I was a kid. And he goes, she goes, "Oh, John," and he's like, "My friends called me Jack." And then you hear a ripping. And when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I guess like he ripped her fucking clothes. But this was the first viewing, I think, in my 55 years where I realized he went in a place where you're not supposed to go with a knife, and he went straight up. Mark, he ripped her.
I thought that's where you're going.
I had no idea. I always thought he'd ripped the clothes. That was really crimson, man. Like the sound of was like, oh my God. Like I got a little scared. I was like, can we turn the alarm on? As if Jack the Ripper might make it to 2026, which honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, not for nothing, but you could remake that movie tomorrow.
I said that to my wife. I was like, it's crazy they haven't remade this movie yet. Like, it's three really great parts. H.G. Wells, fucking Jack the Ripper, and the Mary Steenburgen part, whose name escapes me. But, there's three really good parts in it, man. Like, you could totally make that movie today.
Yeah. I mean, because the only thing that changes is where he lands, and what is a better time for Jack the Ripper to show up than 2027?
He's got, David Warner has that great scene and speech where he's just like, this is my time.
Yeah.
I'm finally where I belong and stuff. In any event,
Nicholas Meyer directed that before Star Trek 2.
Same guy. God, you're right.
Yeah.
Star Trek 2 is an excellent film as well.
It's a banger. He does bangers. That
Nightshade Holloway says, I don't either need or want it remade. I know, I get you, but in a world where shit gets remade all the time, just surprising that like this hasn't been one that somebody's like, hey, let's do that.
I mean, not for nothing, but that's also a great limited series.
Yeah.
Because the hunt for Jack the Ripper in 2026, 2027. That could take you 6 episodes, 8 episodes. I'm going to stop talking about it now and call my fucking manager.
Yeah, what are we doing? Fucking,
we're doing the thing again.
Let's just pitch it. Like, even if they say no, like, who cares? The person in chat's like, I don't want that. You know what? I need a job. Let's go pitch that. Even if we don't have the rights, why can't we walk into a place and we know people? We can get in rooms. Let's get in a room and be like, hey, dummies, time after time, 6 to 8 episode miniseries. What are you waiting for, dumbasses? And they're like, great idea, but we don't want to work with somebody that insulting. And we get excused and they make it without us. But at least we get to see it.
Say this would be great. Excuse me. I mean, talk amongst yourselves. I'm just figuring out the rights.
TL Reviews 7 in chat says they did remake it already. Did they?
I don't know. There was a Time After Time TV show in the 2016-2017 TV season. Executive produced and written by Kevin Williamson, was canceled after 5 episodes.
Was it wait, Genesis is in this. Is Genesis Rodriguez in the cast?
Yep.
Fucking, I remember this because I remember being like, oh my God, I fucking love Time After. So who played H.G. Wells?
Freddie Stroma.
And she was playing the Mary Steenburgen part?
As Jane Walker, assistant curator of the New York Metropolitan Museum.
That's the part. And who was playing Jack the Ripper?
Josh Bowman?
And they canceled the shit. They didn't. So they tried to do like a 22 episode series.
I mean, it was ABC, so I guess it was supposed to go a full fucking boat of a season.
And then they got out after 5 eps.
And they were like, yeah, nobody's watching it. Apparently, yeah, episodes 1 through 5 on ABC. AXN, a network I don't even remember, aired 6 through 12, and they never made more than the 12.
So they did one half season at that point.
Yeah, that would have been I'm sure they stopped production when they got canceled.
Well, kids, the moral of the story, never dream.
The moral of the story is nobody remembers that they remade this for TV. So 10 years later, we could fucking do it again.
It's true. It's true.
All I'm saying.
And this would be like, you don't do this on network. This ain't for network attention span.
This will be the thing that gets us to Netflix.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine just getting a taste of that Netflix money?
Yeah. Or HBO Max, because it's actually Warner Brothers owns the rights.
Is that a Warner Brothers movie?
It was a Warner Brothers movie.
Have we said anything so bad about David Zaslav that we're fucked at Warner Brothers?
So he's going to sell to somebody else. And
all we got to do is wait till Netflix owns it, and then we could feed 2 birds with 1 stone. As soon as that deal closes, we're walking in those offices and be like, this is how you make all your money back on day one. Ready? Time after time.
Like blowjob machine? No.
That didn't work. That didn't work theatrically in 1979. If I remember correctly, it didn't work on ABC a couple years ago. Yeah, but it's going to work this time.
3rd time's a charm, baby.
Oh, shit, yeah. It's all about casting, bitch. Yeah. Think about this. Jack the Ripper is played by, wait for it, Jacob Elordi.
Boom.
H.G. Wells is played by, wait for it, Timothy Chalamet.
I mean, I was going to go Oscar Isaac, just fucking Frankenstein it again.
You could, but...
You could. Or Jack the Ripper.
We want the
Jack
kids.
The Ripper is played by Margot Robbie. It's Jacqueline the Ripper. It's a female fucking Jack.
At this point in the meeting, I told the folks at Warner Brothers, he doesn't speak for me.
Give me my money.
He's gone rogue. He's pitching rogue now. It's got to be Jack, kids.
You don't want to be fucking Margot Robbie millionaire?
Jack. The traveling in the time machine could have fucking changed him.
There you go. It's fucking his DNA, his chromosomes got switched in the time travel. Comes out of the pod, Jacqueline. And so not only is it I'm lost in time, but suddenly I got this new body with these new fucking titties. What am I doing? Murder in showers. That's all that's happening.
Murder in showers. They're like, that's hot. They're like, do you have to
Hold on.
Time after time? Can you call it murder in showers? Like, I guess. They're like, does it have to be H.G. Wells? Do you need a time machine? Now that we're not calling it time after time and it's murder in showers, like, that's a real jumping off point. Who would be our Jane? Rosario? No, I mean, well, look, I would cast Rosario, but the studio would probably want Gamora.
Oh, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, she's
got. Get her out of Lioness.
I was gonna say, give her another fucking franchise. She's only got 28.
Yeah, but I think that in this case,
and that's no shade because she fucking carries each one of them. She's one of my favorite actors on the planet, and I'll watch Zoe Saldana do anything. Even if she was reading my death decree, I'd be like, well delivered.
Good job.
Yeah, fucking A. Hey, it sold me. Kill the bastard. All right.
Yeah. Speaking of old things that are new again.
Just Roy 11 in chat suggesting Benedict Cumberbatch as H.G. Wells. That's pretty strong right there.
It's not bad. But it's a little expected, but not bad.
It is a little on the nose. But you know what? Sometimes on the nose is, what you need.
Yeah. You win by a nose. I'll be on that nose that wins.
Sometimes I have such a good time doing this that I forget that we're literally just playing fantasy football at this point. None of this shit's coming true. People are
writing
what do you mean? It already came true. And you didn't watch it then, and your buddy was in it. I'm like, you know what? You got me there. You got me on all fucking fronts. I do have vague memories of that show because I remember reaching out to Genesis and being like, I love that fucking movie. And she said that they had a good time and it was good, like season 1, a strong start. But ABC went another way.
Ooh,
as they often do.
Riz Ahmed
did that with me as well. ABC went another way with the Clerks cartoon. They were like, how about we air them out of order, just 2, and never show the other 4? I was like,
I mean, okay.
ABC, I said, proud as a peacock. They're like, that's not us. I said, good point.
Always be canceling.
Yeah, truly. Now for a word from our sponsor. Coke is life. Coke adds life. Coke adds life. Everybody wants a little life. Coca-Cola. Coke adds life. Have yourself a Coke and a smile. Coca-Cola. Boop, 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 boop. Fuck, man. I stood witness for the 70s and 80s, kids. And everything else falls. I'll still be able to tell stories like C-3PO in Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Ichuta Coca-Cola.
You know what our guest for the last podcast never really got into? I think we broached it when
you're talking about when we were at the Scum and Villainy
cantina talking to an Ewok.
We literally talked to an Ewok named Kevin as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
An Ewok named Kevin.
So the Ewoks are cannibals then, or at the very least eat people. Because they were 100% about to fucking grill Han Solo. Not Leia, she's too cute, but Luke and Han were about to be dinner. I don't know about Chewie. Seemed like he was really heavy to get up on a fucking spit.
Chewie's name, it's right there in the name. How does he taste? Yeah. Chewie.
Well, Chewie. Gotta marinate that shit. Gotta use some of that dry rub.
Some of that dry rub. All right, where are we?
We are about to talk about The Mummy. The Mummy is back. Not just back, but The Mummy is back with Brendan Fraser.
Oh, because there's another Mummy, right? Like there's a Mummy that Universal made, and then they're like, don't call it The Mummy.
Call it Lee Cronin's The Mummy, much like Lee Daniels is the butler. But yeah, Universal's making another kind of like Blumhousey, I'm not going to say low budget, but probably $20 million Mummy horror movie.
However, they're also making The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and is
Rachel Weisz.
Really? Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz. She'll be back in The Mummy.
Yes.
Those were not my adventure movies of my childhood. Those, of course, were the Indiana Jones movies, but these were, Jones adjacent movies. And I recognize that for a lot of people, that was their happy childhood. They love that Mummy series of movies.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's got to be fucking gangbusters news for the kids who grew up watching the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies.
Yeah, I mean, I much like you, I enjoyed them for what they were when they came out, but it wasn't my thing. But I felt the same way when I remember working with younger people who, for them, Jurassic Park was their foundational pop culture experience because they were at that age. And that was the movie they saw when they were 7 and 8. And that's when they fell in love with the movies.
Yeah. And
I think The Mummy occupies that same place for another generation, the slightly half step between Gen Z and Gen whatever comes after. But yeah, they're making another one. The deals are finally closed between the two stars. Apparently it's coming out. I mean, they already fucking dated it. So it's May 19th, 2028. I just got to wait like for 2 fucking years, guys. That's it. And it's coming back. So huzzah. Things can be good again.
And I'm so happy for him. He's such a nice guy. Brendan Fraser.
Never met him.
Really nice dude. Like a sweetheart of a guy. And I love. Did you see Rental Family?
I never did. I heard it's delightful.
My God. Like, do yourself a favor and put some time aside and watch it. This is emotional. This wonderful little motion picture, and he did great in it. So yeah, I'm all for it, even though I'm not like, oh my God, I can't. What is the name of his character in those Mummy movies? Do you know?
He was Rick O'Connell.
Even though I don't have a Rick O'Connell t-shirt, man. I'm still waving a flag for Fraser flag.
Yeah.
I like that guy. And maybe, you know what? Fucking the bigger he gets, sooner or later, maybe when Netflix buys him, Warner Brothers is gonna be like, remember that Batgirl movie that Brendan Fraser played Firefly in? How would you like to see it?
You know what we don't care about here in Netflix? Taxes.
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Yeah. We're our own island nation, for heaven's sakes.
Pretty much.
With our own currency.
And while
we are a public utility at this point.
Some people feel a certain way about Brendan Fraser. I feel a certain way about Rachel Weisz. So I will happily see her play my favorite librarian again.
Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz. All right, that's a bit of good news for the future, worth holding on for.
Indeed.
Set me free, why don't you, babe? But you just keep me hanging on.
You invoked our next news item earlier in our broadcast, The Mist.
What about it? Oh yeah, you know why? That's probably why it was in my fucking consciousness. Did I read correctly that Mike Flanagan is going to do The Mist?
He's going to do The Mist again.
I mean, like, look, God bless him. He's another sweet guy who I met. Really fucking nice. Not nice enough to give me a job. Fucking Flanagan. Like, there's a lot of those horror shows going around. Toss a brother one. No. Nice guy, fucking sweetheart of a kid. And so anything he wants to do, like, turns out successful. So God bless. But this one just seemed like, yeah, like they just did this a few minutes ago. Like,
yeah, I mean,
and it was Darabont, right?
It was Frank Darabont starring Thomas Jane.
A fucking fantastic movie, bleak as fuck.
Yes,
but absolutely wonderful flick.
I mean,
also shown in black and white and color.
Indeed. Although it is the weird time dilation of the last 25 years. That movie was 2007.
Are you shitting me?
2007. It's 20 years old.
So wait, we're gonna get a Mist remake before we get a Time After well, we did get a Time After Time remake. We just established that. We just didn't watch it. That's our fault. Wow, man.
Yeah.
Can I ask you this? I would like to ask you this. Yeah. When is the Clerks remake gonna happen? Because I could use the money.
I mean, I think that's entirely up to you.
I mean, you see all that Bullwinkle shit behind me? It ain't free.
You got to keep a brother in Moose.
Yes. I spent a lot of time on eBay buying old toys, and they're not cheap, kids. So I need a fucking job. Wow, man. The Mist. Well, I'm sure like everything he touches, it'll turn to gold.
Indeed. And this is now his fifth go at a Stephen King.
Mike's like King Midas, as I am told. Everything that he touched turned to gold. He's the greatest of the great. Get it straight. He's great.
He is. He did Gerald's Game in 2017, Dr. Sleep 2019, Life of Chuck 2024. He's working on Carrie now for Prime Video for TV, 8 episodes, and now The Mist. Lucky 5.
Stephen King better wake up every fucking morning and say, God damn, that DJ made my day. He's single-handedly bringing fucking Stephen King back, man.
No, Stephen King is having a moment, as they used to say.
He really is. Another one. I've seen him have many moments across my lifetime, man. And he's fully enjoying another one, thanks to, I would say, Mike Flanagan. Not, thanks to his original work, of course, being strong. But like, authors get forgotten all the time. This guy I know, because fuck, every 10 years, every 15 years, like a cicada, Hollywood's like, you know what we should do? A lot of Stephen King stuff.
Yeah, I mean, last year we got The Running Man and The Long Walk.
Long Walk was really enjoyable.
Yeah,
and The Running Man was a fun watch too. But I mean, The Long Walk, I was not expecting to enjoy as much as I did. Having seen a version of The Running Man before, I was like, well, there's a relative expectation here. But Long Walk, I'd never read, so I went in fresh, and it was well done.
Indeed. Oh, that's right. Poisonous Plains 15 reminds me. Welcome to Derry was also last year.
That is a It spinoff.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't fuck with it too hard.
I don't fuck with it that hard.
Yeah, I leave it alone. My mom told me to leave it alone, and so I leave it alone.
Leave it. Don't stop touching it.
Yeah, stop touching it. Real fucking seriously.
All
right, what else we got?
Well, should we do another ad before we finish the news?
Yeah, man, because we got another sponsor. Kids, we lucky enough to have 2 sponsors this week. That second sponsor is Mark.
Fume.
Oh, the good folks at Fume.
Good folks at Fume.
Fume is a flavored air device designed to help people quit vaping and smoking by breaking the hand-to-mouth pattern, man. Smoking's more about a habitual ritual than anything else and whatnot. It's simple, natural, and honestly kind of genius. No nicotine, no batteries, no vapor, just a weighted, twisty, fidget-friendly tool that gives your hands something better to reach for when them cravings show up, man. This Fume device is fun as fuck. You can put different flavors in it, man, different like scents, if you will. I was a big lavender kid when they first introduced this. So I was like, and it does. It's just like the tactile nature of holding a Fume device in your hands, man, makes all the difference, especially in a world where you're trying to break the habit. And so much of that habit, as referenced before, is just the ritual of picking up a thing and holding a thing, having in your hand while you speak, the weight in your hand and stuff. Fume figured out the psychology of fucking smoking and said, all right, we'll give you all this, but take away the nicotine and stuff. Fume's already helped over 700,000 people take steps toward better habits. Now it's your turn, kids. Use our code FATMAN, all one word, FATMAN, to get a free gift with your journey pack, man. Head to tryfume.com. That's tryfum.com and use the code FATMAN, all one word, to claim your gift today. You fuck with Fume, Mark?
You know, I fucked with it when they sent us the box, and I'm not a smoker. I have never been a smoker, so I don't quite have that level of necessity when it comes to that habit. I don't have to replace the habit with something good. But it didn't taste bad either, man. And they got some new flavors. They got crisp mint, strongest flavor, best for heavy users, and they got raspberry, tangy, and on the sweeter end. And like in this time of resolutions, when you're trying to be a better person, and the time when we are always conscious of the fact that fidgeting is not a thing to be avoided, it's a thing to be just redirected. This is an excellent way to do that. An excellent way to kind of, you know, repurpose a habit, repurpose those cravings, and make it good for you.
Cravings aren't just about nicotine, kids. They're about the habit, the hand-to-mouth motion, man. Oral fixation, things oral and whatnot. That momentary pause, man. When that loop gets broken, that's when cravings spike, man. Fume replaces your habit with a flavored air fidget device that gives your hands and mouth something to do, distracting cravings without nicotine, vapor, or batteries, man. Don't just try to quit. Upgrade the habit loop, man. Reach for the Fume device instead, man. Fume has already helped, as we say. Over 700,000 people take steps towards better habits, man. When you grab a journey pack, you also get a free gift just by using the code word FATMAN, for heaven's sakes. Now it's your turn, kids. Use the code word FATMAN to get a free gift with your journey pack. Head to tryfume.com. That's tryfum.com. And use the code word FATMAN to claim your free gift today. We thank the good folks at Fume for being a sponsor of Fat Man Beyond, man. A classy sponsor. We got 2 classy sponsors this week.
I know. What do they know about us that we don't know?
Apparently, we're going to die soon. All the old sponsors coming out of the woodwork to honor us one more time. Are we being canceled? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. Just giving us coffin money.
Fucking hey, man. Thank you, Fume. That was when I had stopped smoking weed for that year, man. Fume was there for me. I was sucking on it. Taking all that fucking lavender in and shit. Bees started just buzzing around my mouth. They thought they could get some pollen out of my fucking face.
Why are you so sweet now?
I said, because the good folks at Fume. I said, it's the Fume device.
Dig this, bees.
All right, what else we got?
You know, Skydance bought Paramount, a year and a half ago, and they are now going all in on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a way that does sort of, it surprises me. And I mean, I'm an OG TMNT guy. Like, I had the fucking comics back when they were first just comics.
The Eastman and Laird ash cans, the black and
white, the black and whiteys.
Back when Eastman and Laird started the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, kids. I'm sure I'm not telling anyone in this audience anything new, but it was not seen as like, this fucking kids cartoon franchise with action figures. It was a couple kids who loved Frank Miller's Daredevil doing an homage, with the radioactive isotope that Matt Murdock pushes the old man out of the way of, and then, takes the isotope in his eye. The isotope rolls down the fucking sewers, and that's where these 4 turtles that had been flushed are exposed to that radioactive isotope and become the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the whole thing starts as like fan fiction.
Yeah.
It grew into a multi-billion-dollar fucking empire, and they will not let these turtles rest ever again. No. They're going to turn this shit into their Spider-Verse. You watch.
Launching this year is the Teeny Mutant Ninja Turtles, a 30-episode CG animated series exploring the early days of Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo as ninjas in training.
Fucking adorable. Great idea.
Each episode is 4 minutes long. Teeny for like fucking babies, I guess. Yes. It's a targeting a young child demo seen on YouTube and being produced by Paramount's Nickelodeon Digital Studio. They got 2 different books hitting the shelves. They got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter's Dojo from Scholastic and The Last Ronin, a novelization of the graphic novels that
They're going to do The Last Ronin like as a cartoon?
As a novel. These 2 are books.
Oh.
They're just hitting
a book. They're just going to do a book of The Last Ronin?
They're novelizing The Last Ronin.
It's funny because that was a book.
It was a book, but that book had
like pictures. We would rather this book not have so many pictures in it.
Yes, the kids don't like the pictures. They just want the words. So we're giving them just the words.
Somebody asked in chat, is this produced by Seth Rogen? Because Seth was involved with Turtles at one point, right?
He did the animated movie, the most recent animated movie that came out, which was great. Like I fucking love that movie. Mattel now has signed a multi-year licensing agreement with Paramount for TMNT stuff. Action figures, playsets, accessories, vehicles, games, collectibles, role-playing, and more. They've got Mattel is producing new toy and merchandising lines for the upcoming Ninja Turtles features. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2. Mutant Mayhem 1 was the one that Seth produced. And there's another one titled Live Action CG Animation Hybrid coming out in 2028. And fucking restaurants. Paramount is opening up 3 Ninja Turtle themed pizzerias.
That makes sense.
In a weird kind of way, yeah.
I mean,
one in Santa Monica, one in Monterrey, Mexico, and in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
I'm tempted to be a cynic and be like, well, that's an idea that's 20 years fucking past its due date. It's tough to make a fucking nickel in the restaurant business. The margins are so thin. That being said, that YouTube boy still has a fucking pizza parlor on the Sunset Strip, Dobrik or whatever it's called, David Dobrik's Pizza. So perhaps a specialized theme version of a restaurant.
Banff
could have legs, Banff man. So have a conversation about theme restaurants.
And you knows a little bit about the space. Yeah, they've been trying to. It's been on 3rd Street for months. A couple years ago was.
What do you mean? It's open already?
It's not, but the space is there. It's on 3rd Street Promenade, in Santa Monica. I am sure they are encountering as a movie studio what it's like to try to open a brick and mortar restaurant. It's a little different ball game, but I really wanted to. 2 years ago, I was talking with my brother-in-law. I wanted to open up a pizza parlor in Denver and call it Casey Jones's. And it's like Casey Jones retired and started a pizza parlor.
That's so cool idea.
So I feel like, look, I don't know if anybody wants to listen. I don't know if Skydance is. You guys give away a lot of free movie ideas. This is what I'll say about the Ninja Turtles Pizzeria, because I've given it a lot of thought over the last couple years, for real.
Right.
Make it immersive. Like, I want to eat pizza in the Turtles' lair or in the Technodrome. I don't want to eat pizza just in a room that has like Ninja Turtles taped to the walls and standees and stuff. Like,
you want to be in the environment. Like,
yeah, I want to be in the environment. And like the door should be like a manhole that you walk through, almost like I have thought this through.
Yeah, you should enter in the sewer.
And if you want to get really good, because you're doing it and now I'm not going to, what you should do also is have a room off of it that's like the Foot Clan hideout from the Ninja Turtles movie, with like a little skate park and vending machines and video games and lots of chain link fence. Like, how cool would that be? You're in Santa Monica. You're right there. Like, do the thing. Please do the thing.
They have the original Pizza Rat.
They did. There's a couple of people in chat who are like, they're doing this and not putting one in New York City. Listen, nobody's making any money trying to compete in New York with a pizza joint.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, why not New York? But it's like, oh, one of the most expensive places to open a business on the fucking planet. Yeah,
New York has 5,000 pizzerias in a 12 square mile radius.
And I believe, if I remember correctly, I think all of the theme restaurants are gone from New York now. Like, remember they used to have Jekyll and Hyde. What was it?
Jekyll and Hyde. Or
Jekyll and Hyde. What
Mars 2112. Did you ever do that one?
Was it? And what was
slaughtered lamb?
What was it?
They had the slaughtered lamb.
Was Jekyll and Hyde's the one where the walls came to life and shit?
Yeah.
It's cool.
They used to have like an adventurers club thing. I think.
that's the one I'm thinking of, and I forget what it was called. But you know, like, all that fucking shit talks to you has gone away. Like fucking Chuck E. Cheese and all that shit. Winkle's had a restaurant that did that at one point with a talking animatronic show.
Yeah.
But I think the pandemic killed the ones that were in New York. I used to take the kid when she was younger. Fuck, what was it called?
I mean, I think Mars 2112 died long before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They didn't make it that long.
That shit was expensive.
I'm looking in chat because I feel like some New Yorker would be like, oh, that was called blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all for the theme fucking restaurant, man. That's a cool thing. I don't know that we're gonna get the one that Banff Man's talking about.
Yeah,
that would be cool, man.
You
like
should,
being
though.
in the environment. That's the beauty of Scum and Villainy, man. Not to plug too hard, but you feel like you're in a place.
You get to play
posters, you know, on a wall, or like, hey, there's a picture of my favorite characters. It feels like you're in the place, man.
Did you guys, Kabuki Kid just mentioned
it was called Jekyll and Hyde's. There were 2 locations in the city.
Kabuki Kid just mentioned medieval times. I just read a article about how women are going to medieval times because all of the guys there are like built like warrior types. And the whole article was like, the way that men used to go to Hooters, women are going to medieval times now.
Just to look at cock?
Yeah, basically.
They're cock spotting at medieval times?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of armor on top of those cocks. So like, but then again, imagination.
That's safe to fantasize about then. You're like, you know, ooh, he looks good, but we ain't gonna fuck because it would take him way too long to take off all that armor.
Yeah, but they all have long hair and fucking scruffy beards, and they're all fucking doing fake sword fighting and shit. Like, I see it.
They're all looking for Bran, right? Every woman wants to fuck Bran from Game of Thrones.
Really? The one in the wheelchair? They all wanted Jon Snow.
Like, hey man, Bran, he wins the Game of Thrones at the end, man. Like, fucking, he's the head of the council. Isn't that right? If I remember correctly, everyone was like, what?
Like a chick magnet that wasn't Bran.
You could see in a post Game of Thrones world, some people being like, yeah, I'll go watch fucking medieval times. I didn't need no Game of Thrones to enjoy me some medieval times.
No, I had turkey legs, man, and fucking flagons of mead and serving wenches.
Fucking people just knocking each other off horses and shit. The novelty of like, I remember we were making Clerks 2. They had a medieval times over by Knott's Berry Farm. That's where we were shooting Clerks 2. And one night after we were done shooting, we all went out to medieval times. I got one of those goofy group shots with me and Rosario and fucking like Jay and Trevor and stuff. But we had a good ass time, man. Fucking hooting and hollering and stuff, cheering for your particular color, green knight and fucking red knight and all this shit.
I went to the one in the basement of the Excalibur Hotel and Casino in Vegas.
Oh shit!
Tournament of Kings, because I couldn't call it medieval times, but it's the same fucking thing. You're still like red knight, green knight, blue knight, black knight. And why are there so many horses underground? And why does it smell not so fresh? Doesn't matter. Cool. Give me that fucking Cornish game head.
It put you into the medieval times. It stank back then. Stank, kids. History stinks.
History stinks. Did we talk about the Muppets last show? The Muppet Show?
We did at the live show. We talked about how special it was, and you were like, they just fucking made the Muppets again.
Yeah.
Fuck with the formula and shit. But they only did the one, right?
I only did the one. But apparently, the viewership has been through the roof.
So they're going to keep going.
I mean, they'd be morons fucking not to. Mostly because, like, they built the fucking set. Like, whatever expense you have to make, it's a single set show. We built the fucking stage, we built the dressing room, we built the backstage fucking bullpen. Just make it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
What else we got?
Well, from here on, it gets sad.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Bud Court.
Legend. The great Bud Court, ladies and gentlemen. Harold and Maude. God himself in Dogma. The opening of the movie. When people talk about Dogma and they talk about God in Dogma, they're like, oh, Alanis Morissette. But you forget that Alanis only comes in at the end of the movie, man. God was hiding in the picture the whole time. You meet him in the first scene. He's a little old man who likes to play skee ball, waiting for the skee ball place to open. He gets assaulted by the Stygian triplets, thrown into a coma. God's not dead. He's just brain dead. He's trapped in the body of a guy trapped in a hospital. And that guy was Bud Court, man. We were lucky enough to score Bud. He wasn't old as we needed. It called for like an old man's in the 70s, and Bud was not in his 70s at that point, but he was happy to be aged up and came out to play, man. And me and Moj were huge. Scott Mosier produced the movie. We're huge fans of Harold and Maude. So being able to work with an icon, somebody who, was at ground zero of a cult classic that meant the world to us, was everything. And he couldn't have been sweeter. Great fucking guy. I remember, like at one point we did a take and then I went out and I was like, hey, how about you hum like Ode to Joy, like as you're, sitting here looking out over the water. And he's like, that's what God would hum, isn't it? Like he was such a sweet man. And I saw him maybe one more time when we did looping for the movie or something like that, maybe at the premiere as well. But then never again in 27 years, never crossed paths with him, never saw Bud after that. Such a lovely guy to donate his time and class up our fucking motion picture with his presence. And we treated him like fucking royalty because that's what he was to us. Good guy. Hell of an actor. Also seen in MASH. A lot of people know him from the Life Aquatic as well. Brewster McCloud. He had a brief appearance in Heat. He's the guy that runs the fucking Greasy Spoon.
Yeah, he's in Electric Dreams in '84.
Oh, in Electric Dreams, he's the voice of the computer.
Yeah, Pollock in 2000. And apparently, and I did not know this, he played Toyman in Spider-Man and Superman the Animated Series.
Is that right?
Yeah. He's the voice of Toyman.
That's fucking cool, man. Yeah, my life has been such that like I've gotten to cross paths with people I've long admired and touched the hem of greatness a number of times, and he was definitely one of those paths and one of those hems. Big bucket of wind. God is dead.
And then we finish an episode talking about James Van Der Beek.
Oh my God. So much death this week. James Van Der Beek, as I said in my Instagram post, was I didn't know him. Like I barely knew the guy. Like, and in 2001, when we were making Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, he lent us his celebrity. And he didn't get paid. It's not like you're in a Kevin Smith movie and you're set for life. You're not even set for lunch. Like, you know, he got scale, the minimum fucking wage of the movie business to be in that movie. And lent us his fucking celebrity, man. And not only that, but came and killed. He was actually absolutely fucking hysterical. And then nearly 20 years later, I never saw him again. Nearly 20 years later, when we were making Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, the plot of which is basically, let's just do Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back literally all over again. Stop another movie from being made. And so, you know, everybody who was in the first one could come back and cameo and stuff. And when they go to the Chronicon, there's a panel up because in the movie they're remaking the Blunt Man and Chronic movie that James Van Der Beek and Jason Biggs were in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So I reached out to Biggs and James to see if they'd come out and play. And, you know, Jason was like, oh my God, yeah. And I'd worked with Jason since then. He was in Jersey Girl. But James, I hadn't fucking worked with since we made the movie back in 2001. So James's mom was sick. She wound up dying like a year later and stuff, but she was sick and in the hospital. And James still came out to play. He made a quick turnaround. He flew out to New Orleans, did the scenes, got back on the plane and flew home. Mm-hmm. And he said something like, when I wrote to him, he was like, Kevin Smith, he goes, wow, you're like a cicada. Every 18 years you appear, come out of the ground, and we get to work together again. And he was wonderful that day. Came and played and then turned around and went back home and saw his mom. So I barely knew this kid. And this kid was fucking, he backed me up. And most people will remember, it was fucking famous, man. Like, The Creek was massive. And then he was in I Don't Want Your Life, you know, or Varsity Blues, the I Don't Want Your Life movie. And the kid worked, man. He was well known and babyface movie and television star. Mm-hmm. And lent us his celebrity twice. Lent me, like, fuck us, lent me his celebrity twice to make these goofy ass movies. And I never really like asked like why. Like, I don't know, maybe like he's, you know, Clerks and Mallrats he saw growing up in high school or whatever the fuck. But you know, it's something I've been thinking about in the wake of his passing, where I'm like, you know, some cats like Ben and Mac come back. It's like, well, I've known those cats for years and stuff. But like, for James to join us once, let alone fucking twice, let alone to come back nearly 20 years later just to repeat a joke, was a sweet sacrifice on his behalf and a sweet show of respect, affection. I don't know, man. For whatever reason, he was there for me twice. So, you know, I wasn't a big Dawson's Creek guy. I saw a few episodes, but he was nice to me. I don't know why. I guess.
I mean, I've been on your sets. I mean, your sets are fun. Your sets are light, you know, and it seems as if at least that second time around, maybe what he needed was a little bit of light.
Yeah, maybe at that moment in time, right?
Like, you know what? Can I go and just spend 24 hours not thinking about this? Yeah, all right. It'll be good. It'll be a good time. I'll laugh a little bit. I'll do a little bit, and then I'll go back and deal with stuff.
Too fucking young He had colon cancer, I believe.
Yeah, colorectal cancer.
Colorectal cancer.
Yeah, stage 3.
Yeah. Big family too. Him and his wife had a bunch of kids.
6 kids. And he was just 48.
Completely fucking unfair. Just honestly too young. That's way too young. Well, thank you, James, for coming out to play twice, man, with a dude that you didn't know shit to and barely knew.
Yeah,
we're at that age.
Yeah, you know, I keep meaning to ask my parents.
He's not one of those names though that you would have. You know what I'm saying? Like we may be at that age where it's like we're losing our heroes and shit like that, but he ain't old enough for us to be like, well, we're at that age. Like that is criminally fucking young.
Yeah, like I feel like I should. Not that I need to sit down and ask my parents what it was like when their movie stars began to go away, when their sort of celebrity, when the icons that surrounded them began to pass away. But this must be what it was like. I think every generation has this. Some are way too young. Some, you know, you kind of forgot about a little bit, and then you remind us like, oh shit, Terrence Stamp. That's right. I love that fucking dude. You know, but then it's like Prince or Chadwick Boseman or James Van Der Beek, where you're like, oh god damn, 48.
I remember when Elvis died and my mom just being like affected, not, you know, like fucking losing a week of her life or something, but you know, she grew up loving Elvis, and even though she was a married woman with 3 children, like she still harbored some, you know, that was her fucking celebrity from back in the day, you know, and still remained later in life. And suddenly he was gone. And I think that was like the first celebrity death I recall, like making the house stop, you know, that it had an impact, even though we didn't know this person, you know. Sometimes, I mean, look, these cats come into our lives, man. Like, think about all the hours people spent watching Dawson's Creek, seeing themselves in Dawson's Creek, and oh my God, I'm going through that, or oh my God, I went through that, or the aspirative, oh my God, I hope I go through that one day. These people, they play characters and they mean something to us. You know, look, me and Mark are going on a whole ass cruise next week. That's literally predicated on people going, I like these people in these fake ass stories that I've been watching my whole life. Like we grow connections to these folks. And even if we don't know them or never meet them, when they go away, it fucking stings, man. It stings like you lose a friend that you just never met before.
Yeah, you know, we build some version of ourselves based around the things that we love. And each one of those things is a brick in the mortar of the house that you build, that you put your spirit in. And when those bricks began to fade away, it's like, oh god damn it. Now it's drafty in a way I didn't think it would be. I'm feeling it in a way I didn't think I would. And
the internet felt it though, man. I've felt good for James because, you know, most people get like a cursory 12 hours reference or memory, but it's been a few days now, and people are still throwing up, you know, James clips and still talking about it. So, you know, the human race runs in one direction, kids, and it runs very fast in one direction. And when someone falls, we don't have time to look back. We keep moving forward because it only moves in that direction. But sometimes somebody can make an impact so deep in the culture that we stop longer than we normally do. We actually come to a complete stop in the race and turn and look back and give it a moment to respect, out of admiration, out of, you know, sorrow that cat don't get to run with us in the human race anymore. And then we move forward, and that's the only way to go. But I would say that the world stopped and looked back for James, and that's rare, especially in this day and age, man. We are being smothered by fucking news. Not much of it very good. And as headlines get replaced on an almost minute by minute basis, the fact that he was able to stay in the news and stay in people's heads and hearts is a huge testimony to what he meant to them as a performer. It's very sweet. I hope to God they remember me for as long as they've remembered James over the course of the last few days.
Indeed.
Thank you, James, for coming out to play twice. Oh my God. You know what, Mark? Maybe it's me. You know what I'm saying? Bud's gone, James is gone. And one thing those two people have in common. I'm not good for people.
So this has been
you
the
ask
last
my wife, she'll tell you the same fucking thing. Yeah.
We're canceling Fat Man Beyond.
Run, Mark. Don't get on that boat. I'll tell you right now. I'm cursed.
Oh God. Death ship. Ship that killed everybody.
Yeah. It's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
God damn, it's a bummer. I gotta change topics. I'm gonna change topics in the weirdest way. So this is me. This is a little thing. I love this piece of merchandise we've made recently because it's a testimony to the power of manifestation. This was made by the good folks at Major Bendy's. They've made like the Jay and Silent Bob wrestling type figures and Blunt Man and Chronic and a Buddy Christ as well. They made the Baphomet. Now, Mooby the Golden Calf is my character, has been around for a while, but this is an obscure entry into the View Askew canon that comes from Quick Stop's Volume 2, Issue 4, where at the end of the origin story of Mooby the Golden Calf, the story goes completely off the rails, fucking wackadoo crazy, and becomes a devil-worshipping cult story. And at the center of it is the Baphomet, Mooby done as Baphomet. And so when I wrote the issue, first person I thought of was Eric Pfluger, who does covers for us, brilliant artist and stuff. And so I said, hey man, read this. I need you to create the Baphomet and stuff. And he did, and it's on the cover of Quick Stop's Volume 2, Issue 4. And then inside the book, Ahmed, who was our artist, he drew it as well. So so the folks at Major Bendy's, like a year or more ago, I was like, hey man, can we make the Baphomet? And they were like, what is it? And I showed them, and they're like, what movie is it from? I'm like, none. I said, but I assure you, it'll go in every movie I ever make afterwards if we make it. And they fucking did it, and it's gorgeous. Now, I asked them this week, because when I saw it, I was like, this is fucking nuts. And of everything we've made, because we've made a lot of Jay and Silent Bob bullshit over the years, t-shirts, toys, and whatever fuck. This being in existence is a true testimony to the power of whimsy, of me going like, wouldn't it be great if somebody actually made it? So I asked him, I said, how many do we have to sell in order to break even? Like worldwide, how many Baphomets have to sell? How many Baphomets do you think we have to sell in order for Major Bendy's to break even, Mark?
500.
I mean, honestly, I would have bet like 10,000. You're not far from it. 300 units. That's it.
That's it.
If I sell 300 of these, we're in the clear. And then it was worth the effort and shit. You know, on the back, I fucking wrote a story about a description, and then Pfluger, I had Eric write something as well. There's the other figures that they've done. They've done a Jay and Silent Bob, Blunt Man Chronic, Buddy Christ. These are the fucking Major Bendy's cats. They make these gorgeous wrestling figures. Only motherfuckers still believe in Kevin Smith. They're like, we'll take a shot at a Baphomet. God bless him. It's available wherever you get Major Bendy stuff. We'll be selling them signed at the stash and whatnot. But this was such one of my proudest accomplishments. If anyone's out there going, oh, it's fucking Hollywood devil worship shit, this is a joke. This is literally my Mooby the Golden Calf, as if he was done by a satanic cultist and stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, come on. Fucking look at how cute and evil he is. So I'm, I know I'm responsible for a lot of plastic that's going to choke this earth and fucking live long past all of us, but could you imagine some fucking ancient civilization digging this up and having to figure out what the fuck went on with us? They're like, some of them worshipped evil cows. They saw cows as evil.
Like buried under a avalanche of glass Mexican Coke bottles, they discovered the golden cow.
These things are going to be right next to each other. Banff Man, did you have something to say?
I just wonder if it's only 300 units, and this is a very self-serving comment I'm about to make, but I feel like we could move at least 400 Fat Man Beyond sets with the three of us on like a card with Scum and Villainy bar behind it.
Dude, if anyone's going to do it, it's the good folks at Major Bendy's, because if they're willing to make a Baphomob, like we could literally guarantee the sale of 400 sets of Fat Man Beyond with a me, you, and Mark in a 3-pack and shit. Even at like, let's say the 3-pack was $99. I guarantee you we could sell 300 of those on this show over the course of maybe not in one episode, but maybe it would take 6 months, but we would fucking sell them.
We could sell them at the Stash, at the movie theater, and at Scum and Villainy. So it would be, we'd be coast to coast with them.
And Chronicon and our cruise.
I'm telling you, it is beyond doable, man. We got to talk to the folks at Major Bendy. And if I'm them, I'm like, look, we did Baphomob, and only you and maybe your mom were ever going to buy it. Now your mom is dead. So we can only sell one guaranteed unit to you. But I think we carry enough of a tail on this show that we could sell, like, not for nothing, but I know my bragging rights in this world are minimal, but I did have the first set of podcast action figures as well. Diamond Select made the podcast pals, Jay and Silent Bob. They also did Kevin. They did Kevin and Jay, and they did Kevin and Ralph as well. And then they folded before we could get to, the Lando of the bunch, Kevin and Mark.
I'd like to be gold plated, sir.
Oh, fuck yes. In my head and heart, you are, for heaven's sakes. But this would be, I'm telling you, these good kids at Major Bendy's, man, they'd be the only ones who'd be like, we'll take a shot on that, particularly if we can guarantee moving 300 sets. And I think Banff Man is absolutely right. Banff Man has a point. We can move 300 signed fucking units, man. Mm-hmm. And then people at home can play Fat Man Beyond when we're not on.
Did you ever see
you can make us make out? You can have the hottest episode of Fat Man Beyond ever while we have a fucking 3-way circle jerk daisy chain together.
Hell yeah. And one of them is just urinating all the time.
Yeah. He's got to put it next to him. Mark's figure comes with a bottle. It comes with an empty gallon of milk that had the top cut off. Handle's still on, top cut off. So he just listen to it later next to his chair.
Can I go to the bathroom? Yes, Ruprecht.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fucking A, man. That's a good plan.
Hell yeah.
I'm getting done. Like Major Bendy's, man, the podcast series and shit. Got to do it before Joe Rogan makes his action figures.
Doing it.
Thank God him and all the Manosphere podcasters are too manly. Have an interest, in toys. Because we could corner the market on podcast action figures.
Yeah, soft boy dolls. Podcast action figures.
Soft boy dolls. They talk to each other.
They share feelings.
All right,
the beta testers.
Yeah, betas, all right. Cucks. Betas and cucks.
Oh my.
What are we done with news?
We're done with news.
There's all your news, kids. That's all the news is fit to print. And when we're done with news, you know what we do's.
Cues.
Well done. Fucking. Oh. When we're done with news, we do's the cues, man. Banff Man has probably picked for the questions 3.
Yeah, I got some questions. First one is from somebody who has a lot of E's and upside down E's in their name. He's E a lot, I guess. If you were to cast yourself as a Muppet, which Muppet would it be?
You know, I want to say like Fozzie or Ralph, but I'm not saying this like, with any sense of arrogance, but I am kind of closer, even though I don't look like him and I'm not thin like him, like a Kermit, in as much as, I'm generally the one that's in charge. Yeah, organizing and stuff. Like, I love the Muppet movie. Still to this day, it makes me bawl. And Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Jay and Silent Bob Reboot are just remakes of the Muppet movie. For that very fucking reason. Like Kermit's, I love Kermit's Journey. And like even as I'm a goddamn adult at 55, and still him talking to Dom DeLuise and dreaming about going to, like, I'm getting fucking choked up thinking about it right now. Him dreaming about going to Hollywood, come on, like, that's some beautiful shit. And very identifiable to a young boy who dreamed about going to Hollywood and eventually got there as well. Life's like a movie, kids. Write your own ending. Keep believing, keep pretending we did what we set out to do. Just like the lovers, the dreamers, and you. Kermit, you?
I'm torn between Ralph.
We all love Ralph.
We all love Ralph. Because I am fairly convinced that Ralph is the black one. There's something about it's like he's the Lando of the Muppet universe. There's clearly no black dude.
Well, who was in Casablanca?
Sam,
the piano player. He's like a black dude, right?
Yeah.
So play it again, Sam.
You could play it for her, you can play it for me.
Yeah, I can see that. I could see you making that connection. He's the black one.
Everybody else is green and blue and whatever, but that guy's black.
You can't live with them. You can't live without them.
That or Dr. Teeth. I always like Dr. Teeth.
Yeah.
Because, I
worked with Dr. Teeth.
I mean, you worked with everybody.
I did. I worked with Dr. Teeth and the whole fucking band, the Electric Mayhem.
Electric Mayhem.
Thanks to Adam Goldberg. Hopefully fucking Seth's series goes forward, and one day he calls up and goes, "We ran out of guests. Can you come Muppet for us?"
Listen, Menudo is coming in this week, but next week.
Yeah. Do you remember when they were a Saturday morning thing? Menudo on ABC.
Hell yeah.
Menudo on ABC.
The Jackson 5 could have a cartoon, so could Menudo.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Sure, you're gonna love me.
Won't you please let me back
in your heart?
ABC. Easiest one. They did a whole medley. That was the opening theme song to the Jackson 5 cartoon, was a medley of all the greatest Jackson 5 songs.
I mean, give them what they came for.
Oh my God, what a fire way to fucking open a show. Remember they all did that similar dance move? And they'd spin. Yeah. Na, na, na. Good question. What about you, Banff, man? Who are you?
I feel like Gonzo. I'll go Gonzo.
Checks out.
Or if I'm being ridiculous, I would say Captain Link Hogthrob, because I dabble in the sci-fi.
Oh my.
Pigs in space.
No shit. Pigs in space.
I mean, Hogthrob is a very coded last name that completely slipped past me at 7.
My grandmother loved Miss Piggy.
Oh yeah.
Loved her. Adored her. Thought she was a person. Treated her like she was a person, not a Muppet.
Everybody I spoke to who's ever been involved with the Muppets in any way, it's like, yeah, no, they're fucking Muppets.
Bro, I was there. I was talking to the people who were literally standing in front of me with their hands up Muppet asses, controlling the Muppets. And as they spoke, I was staring at the puppet. Even though the human was not doing ventriloquism, like just literally having a conversation going like this. And I could not take my eyes off the Muppet. And the most disturbing aspect of that whole gig was when we went to lunch and everybody just and put them down and they died. All the Muppets were just lying there dead. And you're like, no, it was like fucking Jonestown, like fucking every Muppet just laying. Crazy,
Take
man.
them to the pet cemetery, make them come back.
Yeah, sometimes dead is better. All right, what's the next question?
Team Dreg, the best or most memorable audio commentary or special features on a Blu-ray. What was your favorite Blu-ray or DVD bonus feature?
Well, I was a big Laserdisc kid, so Criterion, before they, fucking did DVDs and stuff, they did big fat ass Laserdiscs. One of my favorite Laserdiscs was they did Boys in the Hood. And he had a really good commentary track, John Singleton. But let's see, my all-time favorite extra on a DVD. I know for a whole generation of kids, it was all those fucking How to Make a Movie by Peter Jackson on the Lord of the Rings DVDs and Blu-rays. But for me, going way the fuck back, let me see. It was the first Criterion DVD I ever bought, or Criterion Laserdisc I ever bought. Why did I buy it? Probably for the commentary track back then. Might have been Naked, Mike Lee's Naked. No, I feel like I got something before that. That's a good fucking question, man. Like I know I went on to make laser discs and DVD extras and pointedly was involved in that process because extras meant so much to me. I was such a big fan. But what would have been the one that set the tone? I mean, the first laser disc I got was The Last Temptation of Christ. But I can't necessarily point to any of their extras and be like, oh, I fucking love that. For some reason, the one that's sticking with me is Boys in the Hood, because I did listen to that commentary track multiple times because this was a young filmmaker whose dreams had come true while he was in film school. And I was like, boy, that's inspiring. So I believe that might be the commentary track I probably listened to the most.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. That's a good call. The two that I love the most are not instrumental or educational in any real way. But Arnold Schwarzenegger's commentary track on Conan the Barbarian is one of my favorite things ever because he vacillates between legitimate insight and talking about his training rituals, and he was between Mr. Universe and Mr. Olympia competitions and took time out for this movie that he wasn't supposed to have any real dialogue in, but the more he acted, the more they started giving him lines oh, that's just fascinating. And then he would then just describe the shits that's on the screen. Oh, here comes the giant snake. Yeah, man, here comes the giant snake, Arnold. I chopped it in half. Yeah, you totally chopped it in half. But it's not nearly as entertaining as Ben Affleck's commentary on Armageddon, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
Which is no holds barred. I didn't have a great time making this movie. The movie was still really important to me, but I kind of don't care. And so just lighting on fire the shit that he found ridiculous, including, so Michael, is it really easier to train 7 fucking numbnuts to be astronauts, then to train astronauts to be oil guys. It's just pointing a pipe at the ground, man. And
Very,
shut
very
up.
every I would say year and a half, 2 years, the internet rediscovers Affleck's commentary track on Armageddon, and people are amazed that he's so funny. Not me. I think he's always been fucking hysterical. And that commentary track on Armageddon is absolutely classic Ben. If you go listen to the commentary tracks on like Chasing Amy that we did with Ben before Armageddon, you'll hear the roots of his absolute candor. Like he was always so fucking fun to have in a commentary track because he's smart and fucking funny. So letting him alone to do the commentary track for fucking Armageddon without Bay, so he could just sit there and fucking hold court and tell stories and shit. Absolutely genius move that still pays off dividends. Somebody in KC Stanford 943 in chat said Kev did a great commentary on Roadhouse. That's right. I don't know if it's great, but they put out an edition of Roadhouse at one point where they were like, we don't have anybody do the commentary track, so do you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, me and Mosier will do it. And me and Mosier did a commentary track on a movie we had nothing to do with and shit, and did a lot of like Chuck Norris jokes for Dalton.
It must have been like 10 years ago. I had this idea, and I remember speaking to my reps about trying to find a way for me to make money doing it, and I couldn't get there. But it was studios should release commentary tracks as podcasts.
Agreed. 100%.
Because they have nothing but thousands of hours of audio material, and they're about 2 hours long, of people talking about movies that they like. Absolutely. And if you told me that I could just go through fucking 20th Century Fox's library, just listen to random fucking commentary tracks, or any studio for the matter, Warner Brothers, give me Clint Eastwood on Unforgiven, I'd listen to that in the car without seeing the movie because I know it well enough.
I bet you they're available on YouTube. I bet you can enter commentary track of any movie you want, and somebody's probably uploaded it to YouTube. But you're right. Studios are smart. They'd be like, we have all this free content. Let's just repurpose it.
Totally. You could put a fucking Fume ad in front of a commentary track for RoboCop, and I would endure 3 or 4 bullshit ads to get to phenomenal content that is free.
Humongous in chat says yours and Mark's commentary on Batman and Batman Returns were great. Yeah, we still have to finish.
We promised Dark Knight.
One day we'll get to them.
There are versions that I think you can find on Vimeo of a guy named Jamie Benning did he calls them filmumentaries. They're called Star Wars Begins, Building Empire, and like Returning to Jedi. And he combed through every special feature on Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi. And you watch the movie, but he's assembled essentially a documentary of like thousands of interviews and cut them together to tell the behind the scenes story of what you're watching on those movies. And it's insanely good. So like they'll pop, and then they'll also like pop in alternate takes from like other behind the scenes. Those are awesome. If kind of similar to what Mark is talking about, but highly recommend on Vimeo.
That seems like a lot of work. That dude should get paid for that.
Yeah. Except he can't because he owns none of it.
Right.
But that's the thing. Like that's the best commentary tracks, the ones that are done for passion. Like I've never gotten paid to do a commentary track. I remember when I was in the business of commentary tracks when we were, the heyday of my career. Somebody I worked with was like, Arnold asked to get paid for a commentary track. He's like, how much does it pay? And they're like, generally we don't pay for this sort of thing. He's like, why would I do it for free?
Because you're contractually obligated to promote the film.
This is before that happened, I think. And then they started writing it into the contracts going, oh no, this is part of it as well. But the commentary track is not mandatory. Like you got to want to be there for it. And, eventually people all caught on. I was there from the get-go because as a big Laserdisc fan, I was like, I only made Clerks so I could do a commentary track.
Yeah. I remember the Fight Club. No, the Seven DVD. I mean, Laserdisc fucking was insane. Fincher always embraced that shit, but it was like a box of
Which
just
one for
discs.
7? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember like the liner notes or whatever you would call them was written in that super fucking thin, like serial killer writing of the journal of John Doe.
Kusama in chat pointed out Kev did the Donnie Darko commentary track with Richard. I did. When he did the Donnie Darko DVD, he was like, "Do you want to do the commentary track with me?" And I said, "Yeah." And it was essentially a series of me going, "What the fuck is this movie about?"
What's happening
stuff. Yeah, what's going on, Richard? Explain this. What about you, Banff man?
Not commentary, but special features. Empire Dreams, which was on the Star Wars trilogy DVD set, which was like a 2.5-hour documentary on the making of the Star Wars movies, was great. But my favorite was also probably on the American Graffiti disc. There's like a 90-minute documentary on the making of the movie, which was incredible as well.
I just rewatched
really
that
good.
2 weeks ago, and what a wonderful film. That guy could have had a future in film.
It didn't fuck him so
if only he followed up on all that promise. It's crazy how different that movie is from Star Wars. Like that, the same guy made those 2 movies is fucking nuts.
I just went with Josh Roush to the Egyptian and watched THX 1138.
Oh, they screened it recently?
They screened it and did a commentary with Walter Murch afterwards.
Wow.
And it's crazy to think like THX came out and then American Graffiti and then Star Wars all within like 10 years from the same guy, which is pretty crazy because all 3 of those movies are so incredibly different. Yeah. Which also makes you think if George Lucas didn't get into the Star Wars business, what would he have done? Like, what else would he have done? Because people forget, like, American Graffiti at the time it came out, the budget on that movie was like $1 million, and it did 175 million at the box office or something. It was the most successful budget to box office movie of all time. Like low budget to highest box office, and then it was like Something About Mary and Blair Witch. Like it held out that long. So, yeah, the making of that is wonderful.
One person in chat mentioned Terminator 2, and I remember that there's this great feature in the T2. I'm sure it's on the lasers. It was definitely on the DVD. And they were talking about the LA River chase outside the mall with the semi chasing down, fucking John Connor on the dirt bike, and then Arnold and the Harley are coming in. And I remember when I was a kid watching it, living in New York, how exotic all of that felt. And then when I moved to LA and live in the Valley, I was able to find the streets where the truck dives off the fucking street into the alley. It's on Havenhurst and Plummer, in the Valley. And there's a special edition where they were talking about that fucking jump from the street into the river. And I'm like, well, all right, can we do this as a special effect? Well, maybe we can do it with miniatures. And there was a stunt guy who says, I'll just drive it. It's like, wait, you'll do what? Yeah, no, I'll just get in the truck and I'll just drive it off of this thing into the riverbed. And Cameron was even like, that's insane. Like, that's not that bad. As long as you do this, and this to the cab of the truck, I'll do it. And lo and behold, this fucking stuntman bravuro idiot drove it off of a cliff, basically. And then last weekend I was watching Hooper, which was all about the crazy.
Ain't nothing like the life of a Hollywood stuntman. Yeah, Michael Vincent, right?
Yep. Jan Michael Vincent. Terry Bradshaw is in it, doing acting things. Sally Field is his girlfriend.
Bert and Sally together again.
So great. It's It is the kind of movie I don't make anymore because it's just, hey, what if we could convince the studio to give us like $3 million to hang out for a while, and we'll just maybe make up a movie?
Without Hooper, you don't get to the Fall Guy.
You don't, including Adam West playing Adam West.
Yep.
As a movie star. But
all right, man. Third question of the night.
All right. We kind of touched on this, but we'll do it for real. Big Sky Vike. When the next run of shows for the Muppet Show come out, who would you like to see as a guest star?
Kevin Smith. My favorite performer. I think he'd be great with the Muppets. Shy of myself, a self-serving answer. Who would I like to see on the Muppets? Noam Chomsky? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I can't necessarily think of some celebrity. I'm like, now that motherfucker I'd like to see with the Muppets.
Mark Hamill again, but like he remembers.
For which he does. Mark can still do his dialogue from that episode. Yeah. Honestly, excellent call. Do it in the spirit they did the last one, but it's old Luke who drinks the blue titty milk. And he's all bitter. He's the one that threw the lightsaber away. So he's just like, I don't know, guy, why you guys bother trying.
And he's also like, Kermit, why didn't you fucking age? Look at me. Look at you.
What happened here? What kind of Sith magic is this? Sith with wizardry. And Yoda can come back as a Force ghost.
I mean, sure.
I like your answer.
It is a good answer. I like to see Bill Hader.
Oh, that'd be good.
Kristen Wiig would be kind of hilarious.
That'd be good too. In chat, they're going, Nick Cage. Yes.
Yes.
Nick Cage with the Muppets. Absolutely.
No notes. Kevin Hart would be fun.
Oh, Evan Fowler said, bad timing for a Chomsky reference. He was just revealed in the Epstein files. Noam Chomsky? What, isn't he an economist or fucking?
I mean,
really? Yipes.
I mean, he could be an economist who's just a bit of a perv. He's got a kink.
I thought Hugh Jackman could be fun because he can sing and dance, but he's also Wolverine.
Oh, God, I thought you were just about to say, I thought Hugh Jackman
in the Epstein files.
I was like,
oh,
no!
God, no.
Not Wolverine.
Be fun on that island.
The only island I want Wolverine is Genosha. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice islanding.
Deep cuts. Nice islanding. Oh, what was the other? Or the Savage Land?
Yes. Dr. Moreau's island. I'd prefer.
I was keeping it in the Marvel universe, Mark.
I mean, do what you got to do. Madripoor.
Thank you. Madripoor, if you will.
I'll take Marvel Islands for 400.
Truly, we could have run the category, man. We were so close. But then one of them's like a trick answer, and it's Manhattan. Because it's technically an island as well.
Technically, yes. Long Island, please.
Muir Island.
Muir Island. Oh, well done.
Deep cut.
Yeah, look at that shit. That's where they did Weapon X, right?
Muir is Moira McTaggart's.
That's it. Moira McTaggart.
Excalibur, I think, was based on Muir Island.
Yeah, there's a few people in chat going, it's really bad, Kev, and I imagine they're talking about the Epstein files. Yes. Yeah. It was so bad that I had to stop looking. Yeah, for years there have been people who say like crazy things online, and we're like, oh my God, these conspiracy theorists. And I saw some shit that made me go like, maybe they're right. Like maybe there is some fucking cabal organization. Fucking looks like all these people are in contact with one another. I don't know. It was overwhelmingly depressing. But that's why we do Fat Man Beyond, kids.
It is. So we can talk about other islands that are slightly less depressing.
That's right, man. What about the prison island where they fucking stick them, you know, like the raft? That kind of counts.
What about the island of misfit toys? Not Marvel, but a good island.
Very good island. What about Paradise Island? Not Marvel, but hell of an island.
So many ladies.
And they're always
just like Epstein's.
Stop it. There's like an Olympics every day on Paradise Island.
All we do is run and jump.
Yeah, really. They're like, Olympics, hold our beer. We do that on any day with a Y. We let children do it. Yes. The little one almost fucking won.
The little one. Fantasy, another great island.
Well, depends. Great for
if you're a good person.
Yeah, like if you're coming in there, you know, with trying to fucking beat the devil, fuck it, man. Rourke is the devil. My dear guests, I'm your host, Mr. Rourke. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
Wasn't there the episode where, like, wasn't Malcolm McDowell his opposite number?
Malcolm McDowell took over for him after Ricardo Montalban left. If I remember correctly. Wasn't there a guy who took over after he left?
There was, but even like in the series, in canon, it's like there was fucking Mr. Rourke, who was the devil, I guess, but then there was somebody else. I think it was Malcolm McDowell, and there's a big fight over one guest's soul, and then Rourke exchanges, like, it's a whole like bargain for the person's soul, but it's basically the God and the devil are fighting over one person, and I think that Rourke was supposed to be the devil, but like a good devil. And then Malcolm McDowell was the bad.
He was the bad devil. Like, look, Rourke being the devil is just something I threw out there. I don't think that was the thesis of the show. However, this is a guy who is giving you your, you know, that show was very monkey's paw, and as much as like, be careful what you wish for. You know? Sometimes it worked out, man. Sometimes they found love and shit like that.
It did. I mean, the devil's all about free will.
Now that I think about it, that's a pretty fire fucking concept for a show that they could probably rock today as well. You could do a fucking killer like streamer show, Fantasy Island, where fucking like fantasies get really dark and shit like that.
There was a remake like 3 years ago on Fox.
The movie with fucking Michael Pena.
No, that was a movie, but there was a TV. It went 2 seasons.
Really?
With Rosalind Sanchez, I think, as Mr. Rourke's niece.
Ooh, it was like in continuity and shit?
In continuity, yeah. So she had a picture of Montalban on like the mantle and like, well, Uncle Pedro or whatever, Miss Pedro Rourke, whatever his name was, I'm going to try my best to live up to what the island's supposed to be. And it was. Every week, a bunch of people got off a plane. They had their fucking, you know, little parable, the morality play with it. I want to be thin. I want to be rich. I want to find love. And then it either goes wrong or goes right. But when it goes wrong, it goes real wrong. But it had no bite to it. It was very much like, this is a network show.
You know what I do if I'm in charge of Netflix? I give Charlie Booker a bunch of money and tell him to redo Fantasy Island.
Yes.
Or through the prism of the Black Mirror.
You could do that, or you give it to the Muppets. And it's all Muppets except for the human who shows up that week.
Oh my God. And every week the person gets off the plane and Tattoo's like, what's this fantasy, boss? And he's like, he wants to fuck a Muppet. Why else is he here?
He wants to fuck you, Beaker. That's what me.
All right, wait. The question wasn't islands, was it? Were we coming up with fucking comic book islands?
Guest show Muppet guests. Who would you want to see guest on the Muppets?
Oh my God, we fell down a weird fucking hole and didn't answer that question. Who would we were answering it, and Mark had some good calls like Kristen Wiig, Bill Hader. A lot of SNL people would be kind of
SNL people could be good. It's a variety show, so they know what's up. Mark Hamill would be great.
What's the guy who's the PM of Canada? Mark Carney?
Oh, sure.
Seems like a sensible fellow. I'd let him fuck around with the Muppets.
The random what's the prime minister?
It's the only way
that no, he got fired. Then he got one. Then nobody's heard
it. Doesn't always have to be like fucking movie stars and shit like that. World leaders with sensible heads on their shoulders, you know. Macron meets the Muppets. Where's
Malala.
The sunglasses that he wore recently? Because he doesn't want us to see him welling up the tears, because when you're near the Muppets, you just get happy in your heart.
You do. Yeah. That's why Elon will never go, because he doesn't understand happiness.
Ludicrous 956 in chat goes, my Muppet guest would be Tracy Morgan. Excellent call. Excellent call. I'm going to get you pregnant, Miss Piggy.
One of my favorite memories of all time is being on set for Cop Out when he was doing the one-man Planet of the Apes.
Oh my God. This was once up, the Forbidden Zone was once a paradise.
And you have made a desert of it.
In the beginning of Cop Out, it was all about Frankenstein. He just watched it the night before we started shooting. So for the first week, it was all references to Fritz. He's like, Fritz got fucked in Frankenstein. And then later on, it was Planet of the Apes, because he rewatched it.
It was like he just went for like half an hour, just going straight through it.
Doing his best. Who was the guy who played Dr. Zaius? The Forbidden Zone was once a paradise. I forget his name. But yeah, oh my God. He'd be a great fucking Muppet guest.
Why would they make a doll that could talk?
Remember did you ever see him do an interview where he was doing this interview and he was sitting on his leg on the chair? So he's looking at himself like in the monitor, and he goes, look at my leg. Look at me. I look like I got my leg blown off in Vietnam. And for the rest of the interview, he did the interview as somebody who'd been injured in Vietnam. And he would conclude by saying Vietnam each time. He's like, that's before I got my leg blown off in Vietnam. Oh my God, it was hysterical. And the poor guy interviewing him was like, I got nothing.
No, just tell me when to throw in a commercial, because this is no longer my interview.
All right. What about you, Banff man? You got a guest? Muppet guest?
Hugh Jackman, Mark Hamill, and also just like Timothée Chalamet, because I want to hate him, but he's so likable and good in every single thing he does.
I mean, look, that kid knows how to promote. Fuck. So yeah, I bet you he buys in 100%. You know, look, on SNL, that kid delivers, man. He fucking buys in and goes for it. So I can't see him doing anything less with the Muppets.
He was on College Game Day for college football, and all the guys were like gonna make fun of him, like, oh, look at this little, Hollywood. And he just went for like 10 minutes doing a monologue about why this obscure college team was going to do this and the transfer and went so deep where you were just like, oh, you're fucking good at everything. So again, I think he's good at everything. SNL, college football, the Muppets.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. Yes, he should co-host the Muppet Show as Bob Dylan.
As hanging out with Kermit.
I mean, if he was just Lisan Al Gaib, if he was just fucking Paul Atreides, and he's got to ride a Muppet worm, I'd watch that sketch.
Who, Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan as Paul Atreides is now all that I want in life. Like,
because Chalamet did Bob Dylan. For some reason, I was like, why are we bringing Bob Dylan into this?
This Lieber Master Wicked.
him and Beaker together. That's all our questions for tonight.
That's it.
Kids, fucking, this is the last show before the cruise.
Last show before the cruise.
Next time we do this, we're gonna be on the cruise, man. We're doing Fat Man Beyond while we're at sea, yes.
Oh, indeed.
Banff Man, you won't be there, will you?
I know. Nobody to Banff in and do shit.
I know. We'll be like Banff Man. Banff Man.
Help us.
Banff Man.
You know what I've
Help
thought
us,
about a
Batman.
few times though? When I got to Banff in from behind the bar in real life
Yeah, popped
last
up.
week. That was fun.
Banff.
That was nice.
Kids, JC's building a new, better bar, for heaven's sakes, man. The Scum and Villainy Rendezvous. Join now. Where do they go, JC?
Scumandvillainy.com, foundingfleet.com. All the info will be right there.
You want to come see me at some live shows? Go to csmod.com or smodcastlecinemas.com. You can see me and Mark on a boat next week. We're on a boat. It's going to be good times, my friends. Don't forget.
Baphomovie.
Baphomovie, kids. It's true testimony that even your stupidest ideas could come true if people believe in you. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It was a good time.
It was good times, man. We got to cover a lot of ground. Got to talk about fun, exciting things. And for just a few minutes, stay out of that mind-melting news cycle.
Indeed.
And remember, a world where, fucking the biggest concern that you had was losing the little laser pistols that went into the hands of your action figures.
That was nice.
It's so weird. You could see in my face that I was waiting for somebody to be like, poetic, Kev. And it was close enough. Thank you. I was waiting for a little validation and you gave it to me. Kabuki Kid says, new Jeff's Kiss shirt. We demand it. He ain't wrong.
Mm.
We'll be making another Jeff's Kiss shirt real soon, kids. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to talk to the good folks at Major Bendy's, man, and be like, Fat Man Beyond, three fucking person podcast set.
Let's do
They'll
it.
be like, why don't you sell your Baphomoves first, motherfucker?
Like I did.
So go to Major Bendy's and buy some Baphomoves so we could do fucking Fat Man Beyond, the podcast playset. Next time we talk, man, we'll tell you about Mark's got a good idea for that watching thing.
Yes. It'll take us through the year. It feels like now's as good a time as any to start it because we'll need something to get us through this fucking year.
You ain't kidding. You are not kidding. Don't forget, kids, next week is going to be some cool news that if you're a fan of comic books, Kevin Smith's work in comic books, Marvel Comics, I think you're going to be very happy with what they announce. And then later in the year, they're going to make another announcement even bigger than that. And you're going to be like, the fuck?
Shut up.
And then later in the year, you're going to even a bigger announcement. You're going to be like, what the fuck?
And you're going to shimmy. You're going to fucking, oh, look at that. Bring it to me. I want whatever you say.
Something to live for. Something to live for.
Yes.
Good times, kids. Good fucking times. There it is, my friends. I want to thank Banff Man, JC, the proprietor of the Scum and Villainy Canteen on Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, California, and soon to be proprietor of the new Scum and Villainy Rendezvous in Burbank. Burbank, ladies and gentlemen, right near that Batman statue, right near the highest grossing AMC on the planet.
Yeah.
You left at the rich orphan boy.
Yeah. I think it's is it the highest grossing theater period, not just AMC, right? It's like the highest grossing theater
in the country. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Out there.
All right, so wait, when's Doomsday open?
December.
Will you be in the bar by then?
Oh, I sure hope so. I sure hope so.
We better be.
Won't be good if we're not.
Fucking hey, kids. Can you imagine us going to watch Doomsday as a group and then coming back to the bar and shooting a spoilers like fucking after show? That's the thing, man. Once that fucking rendezvous is up and running, we could do a spoilers show again.
Be great.
watch movies, sit around, talk about them and shit. Be good times. Thank you, Banff man. There ain't no show without the other guy, Ralph the dog down there. Give it up for Mr. Marc Bernardin himself.
Hey, brother, I'm going to sit here and tickle these ivories. Because you know,
live with them. You can't live without them. See Mark at sea next week.
It'll be so much fun.
Jay and Silent Bob's Cruise the Scoop. But you're not doing a thing up north, but you are going up north, right?
I am. I'll be in the van for about a week, right after the cruise. I'm going to test my temperate adaptability by going from the Mexican Riviera to the Great White North.
Are you allowed to say why?
I think I can. I'm going up for some pre-production work on ye old God of War television show.
Mark worked on God of War, and now they're actually going to go make God of War, so he gets to go up and see some shit.
I get to go up and see some shit. I get to hang out in Asgard for a little bit. Get to hang out in Midgard for a little bit. I get to hang out in Niflheim and Svartalheim and all the Heims.
All the Heims. I'm in time. And I believe that was a city where Thor came from, I believe. Asgard. Good for you, man. You get to be on set. Life's better on a fucking movie set. Real life sucks. Be on a movie set where magic happens all the time.
It's like Fantasy Island.
Yeah, except you don't get punished at the end. Unless the movie flops. Unless it's Yogo. Then you get punished.
Yeah, but not on the day. You get punished later.
Later on. There it is, my friends. Many thanks for hanging out here in Fat Man Beyond land. For Fat Man Beyond, I'm Kevin Smith.
And I'm Marc Bernardin.
Tune in next time, kids. Same that time, same that channel, smodcast.com or
youtube.com/Kevin Smith.
Jeff's kiss, everybody.
Love and prosper.
This is the cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything. Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Cheers,